Good morning, Chiara, and welcome to day one of your full circle phenomenal QiGong routine. Today we're going to be covering a lot of the basics in QiGong. Some of the basic forms that you may have seen already, but also some of the basic forms that are going to get us more cleared. In this video we're going to show how to cultivate Qi, how to smooth out the torus, how to become aware of the Merkaba or Merkaba, how to absorb Qi into the body, as well as how to cleanse the bone marrow. Now all of these are just getting started with being able to, hi Shippy, my guest appearance today, Shippy the cat. Now all of these Qigong forms are to learn how to begin to attune our finer senses and clear our body, as the primary use of Qigong is to clear ourselves on a multi-dimensional level and to make space where there may have been blockages physically, mentally, emotionally. And these blockages can come back as it takes a while maybe to get out of old habits, old patterns. Sometimes it's not even your own energy that you're fighting against, but maybe someone else's, someone in your physical reality, or someone of the past in which you're still holding on to that genetic DNA past life memory. And these forms will really help to get into all those different levels and begin to attune your finer senses or your extrasensory perceptions, or whatever you want to call them, as this is going to be able to get you to relate to people, or what I like to call see, feel, hear, feel, smell, feel, touch, feel, the energy bodies around you. And that's not just people, but animals, plants, objects, even non-physical entities that are there. And you'll be able to protect yourself that much easier. So instead of becoming under-practiced empathic and absorbing other people's energies, you can just be present with them and better influence them for the better just by influencing yourself, remembering that everything outside of the body is somewhere inside of the body. So let's begin in ready position. We always want to start with ready position, as this is kind of our ground zero, our step one that we're going to be able to keep coming back to and notice the changes over time. Also, very good just simply to have good posture. So, putting both fists together, bending down at the knees, measure out the space in between your feet. 2 fist distance from toes to heels. And it can be a slight bit more, but that's going to measure out our hip and shoulder width. Okay? Then we're going to lift up all 10 toes, bring them straight up, so we're just connecting with the soles of our feet. And we're going to sway the weight around in some small circles. Now this is a moment to let everything of the past go, everything of the future go, everything that's not here in this present moment go, and just be where your feet are. And noting that the easiest way to tell how your standing posture is to feel the pressure in the soles of the feet. If they're not even, you're leaning one way or another, just like this. So as I lean back, they're in the heels. As I lean forward, they're in the soles or the balls of my feet. So I'm going to spiral smaller and smaller circles until I have an even amount of pressure in both feet, fronts, backs, sides. And then I'm going to inhale through the nose and lift all 10 toes up and out. Exhale out the nose. Bring the pinky toe down, bring the next toe, all the way to the big toe until you're gripping the ground with your feet. Just take a moment to be present. Hopefully you've got a space with some grass or some dirt. It's warm enough that you can do it with bare feet. And even if it's not warm enough, it's a little cold out here right now, this might be a practice in learning how to cultivate raw heat energy and direct it to different parts of the body. As this life force is light, it is heat. Alright, so moving up. Chippy, you checking my standing form for me? Love this cat. All right, next, the knees. Lock out your knees just so you feel what locked out feels like, and really pull the kneecaps up. And then with a small, slow exhale, slightly bend your knees just out of lock. So we're still stacking joints, because that's going to help the weight to go down into the ground rather than into our muscles if we're bending the knees too much, or the connective tissue if we're locking it out. She really wants to play. All right. After the feet, after the knees, come the hips. Bring your hands onto your hips. Naturally, our tailbone wants to kind of stick back behind us, sticking our butt out a little bit. So we want to scoop the pelvis under and forward. Keep scooping under and forward. It might feel a little awkward at first. And keep going until you feel a tightness in your low abdomen. Very low abdomen, maybe an inch or two beneath the navel. Once we've got that, we're going to straighten it out. Inhale through the nose, pull your navel in and up. Exhale and relax your lower side body, your arms and hands, your hips, your legs, knees, ankles, and feet. Empty your lungs. And then we're going to inhale through the nose and rise up from the center of our chest. Keep that pelvis under and forward. Don't let it stick back out. Fill up the lungs. Once you've got it full, pull those shoulders back. Pinch your shoulder blades gently together behind your heart. And exhale, round your arms forward. Pulling the elbows forward and bringing a palm-facing palm connection in front of your lower abdomen. Relax your shoulders down. Clear your lungs. Exhale all the way. And then we're going to touch the tip of the tongue up against the upper palate right behind the teeth. And with that gentle pressure, we're going to inhale our crowns up. Fully lengthen the spine. And then gently shift your head back. Relax your chin down a little bit more towards your chest. And exhale, relax your head, jaw, neck, shoulders, arms, side body, hips, legs, and feet. Now you should feel strong but relaxed. Take a few moments to scan up through the body and just see what you notice and allow this muscle memory to build. Good. Now let's cultivate Qi. Empty forced breathing begins with a slow inhale through the nose and expand the space in between your hands and arms a few inches. Keep those shoulders relaxing down, elbows going forwards. Exhale out the nose to cultivate Qi. More energy is in and out the nose. And contract or surge the energy in the space that you just created. Inhale, expand. Bring your awareness to the palms of your hands as you slowly bring them away from each other. Exhale. Palm facing palm energizes the space between them, and it becomes a little bit more warm or electrifying. You might even feel a little bit of weight or solidity. Repeat this for a few breaths. If you need something to imagine, you might picture a big beach ball inflating in between your arms on the inhale and deflating it on the exhale. Another good one is picturing Qi taffy stuck between your hands. As you inhale, it stretches, pulls apart like a rubber band. And as you exhale, it naturally wants to come in together. 2 more breaths. Make them full, all the way in, all the way out. Good. Now that we've cultivated some chi, let's use it and merge it into our torus, or our toroidal field. Inhale through your nose and guide your hands slowly up your midline, palms slightly facing your body. Keep breathing in. If you're full through your nose, try and fill up to the top with your lips. Reach your hands and your head up, feet down, and then relax your shoulders down, relax your elbows and wrists. Bring your hands face the outside and slowly exhale out your nose. Bring your hands down the outside edges of the torus, which stretches much further than your arms, by the way. So you might visualize big, huge arm wings stretching at least 9 feet to either side of you. Inhale, move the energy up. Stretch, and then relax, and exhale out the sides and down. This is the fire direction of the torus, so we're burning through blockages between our lower, middle, and upper dantians, that being our physical energy body, our emotional energy body, and our mental energy body. And then exhaling out the smoke and what doesn't serve. Let's do one more breath in this direction. These first 3 things I'm showing you, the ready position, the empty forced breath, or cultivating chi, and the toroidal breathing, are in and of themselves going to help so much if you can remember to practice these every day, especially when you feel something uncomfortable coming on, whether it be from another person or yourself. If you can give yourself just 5-10 minutes, go give yourself some privacy. Doesn't matter if you are connected to the earth, you can do it in someone's bathroom. And do a few of these breaths and keep remembering. And as we practice, I'm going to show you how to do it without even using your arms, but just using your mind and your breath, because that's the way that chi behaves or wants to behave, is through mental breath focus. The physical is just a very small part of who and what we are. All right, now let's inhale up to the heart center. And now we're going to reverse direction from the fire direction to the water direction. So breathing out down the midline. Always clearing your lungs completely. Pausing, turning palms face out, as if gravity were above you or your arms were evaporating. Inhale and float the arms up to the sky. Cultivating that chi, and as if gravity were resisting, exhale and pull the energy down through and fill up the upper, middle, and lower dantians. Let's do that a few times. Inhale, cultivate the chi. Feel it in your palms and your arms. And exhale it down through. This time, scan the body as the hands pass. this time, as we inhale, let's bring our gaze up with our hands. And exhale, bring the gaze down with the hands, and if you can, still scan the body as you're breathing out. All the way down to the feet. One more time. Exhale all the way, and finish with the palm over palm at the lower dantian at your belt line, an inch or two beneath your navel. And just check in. Note what you're feeling and where you're feeling it. Give each area that's drawing your attention a conscious breath. Good. And let's walk in place. Allow yourself to move intuitively. Alright, now this next practice is to grow your awareness of the Merkaba, or Merkaba, the big star tetrahedron flowing around the body in this direction. So the torus, primary feminine energy field, flowing up and down the body. The Merkaba, primary masculine energy field, flowing side to side. Now, if you don't know, the star tetrahedron is two pyramids intersecting each other. The two-dimensional shape of it would be the Star of David, or the six-pointed star. And this is the chariot of the soul. This is what's carrying our soul around, and it's helping our physical form and our physical reality connect together with our light body and give us, in a manner of speaking, the illusion that we're maybe moving slow or that we have motion at all. Because in relative aspects of the whole universe and the whole multiverse, it's all light, it's all moving at the speed of light. We really couldn't be able to tell if anything was moving if we were able to see the whole or the all of it. So we have so many differentiating things. It gives us a reality. And this is just one form of reality. With the Merkaba, we're not learning how to move it so much. It's flowing on its own, and the better you take care of yourself and connect with your soul, the easier and better it's going to flow. This is more just to get in touch with it and remind yourself you're already doing a ton, and your actions in life ripple out for infinity. We might think that we need to make a big splash in order to make a big difference, but you might notice that even in these waters, it doesn't have to be trying to be flowing to flow, to do what it needs to do, to go where it needs to go. It just does as is. And this is a reminder for us that that's what we need to do too. So, with palms face down, still in ready position, elbows out, shoulders relaxed down, find as the level of your energy field, or your midpoint of your Merkaba, and it's as if you're wading in a big pool of water, and your hands want to bob to the surface. That's going to be somewhere between your lower and middle dantian, likely somewhere around your chest area, or maybe your abdomen. So let them rest, and keep your hands just touching that surface of the water. Try not to go up or down. You might notice if you put your hands down, when you get more sensitive, that it feels thicker and it wants to bob back up. If you bring your hands up, it's like you have your hands out of water and they want to come back down. So once you find that spot, inhale through your nose and scoot your hands forward as far away from your body as comfortable. With the full breath in, slowly exhale and turn to your right, keeping the hands at the same level. Breathing all the way out, twisting letting your hands and arms come in towards your side, towards your body. And then inhale, slowly come back to center. Exhale, switch, go to the left. Breathe out, twist, gentle twist, and then inhale, return back to center. Fill up the lungs, and exhale, let's repeat, going back to the right. And inhale, back to center. As if you're wading in the pool of water, feel the water on the edges of your hands and arms, the inside and outside edges. Though we may understand solid objects to have a certain feel to them or a certain way in which they behave, the Merkaba is a bit different, as the waters of existence flow like water. So even though this Merkaba is moving very rapidly around us in both directions, the feeling of it moving around us is very fluid. It's very nurturing. It's almost like like being within your mother's womb. It's kind of a different kind of womb, like a God womb or something. I'm still figuring it all out, learning about it. Let's do one more to each side. Exhaling as we twist. And for extra, as you inhale, think about relaxing your crown and your perineum, allowing energy in, all the way to your heart. And as you exhale out, release that energy out your perineum and out your crown, maybe gently pressing. Inhale, receiving energy. And let's exhale. Bring the hands slowly back to the body, and then palm over the low abdomen. And this is where we check in, consciously breathing to any place that needs a little bit more attention. Essentially saying, I'm here with you, I'm present, this is a safe space. Please receive this life force energy. Good. Then walk in place and move intuitively. And the last practice I'm going to show you today is the bone marrow cleanse, as we want to start off with a real awesome fresh slate and put into our bodies clean, pure chi energy. We're going to start with the feet a little bit wider out, this one. So this one starts in what's called a horse stance. This is a triangle horse stance with the legs straight, a square horse stance with the knees bent. Now I want you to bend your knees as much as you can, keeping the knees moving over the ankles or the pinky toe sides of the feet, with your back straight. Make sure that that back is straight. So that pelvis scooping under, navel and up and chest up, and crown up here still applies. Allow energy to build here. We're not going to be hanging out here for too long. You can do this. Keep breathing through it and acknowledge this is just pressure, this is just feeling, this is just emotional energy chi. And I can change it with my breath and with my mind. We're gonna open out the arms with the Lao Gong, or the center of the palms, this primary meridian point in the center of our hands, out to the outsides. Relax your shoulders down, keep your elbows and wrists soft, and then gently pull your fingers towards you, flexing the wrists. Squat down a little further, and breathe energy through the Lao Gong into the body. In and out the nose. Standing solid in the center of our universe. Squat down a little lower. 2 more breaths. With that chi that you just cultivated, there's still a lot. Obviously, you can probably feel a lot in the palms. So move the wrists up and over. Straighten the legs and scoop that chi like you're bringing a bunch of pillows under your arms and walk it back in together. Think about breathing it into your spine, into every organ of the body. And let's clear our bone marrow. So, it begins like this. We bring our left hand behind our backs at our mid-back, palm facing away from the body, right at where maybe your sacral chakra would be, or the backside of the lower dantian. Then we're going to inhale our right hands up. Keep breathing in, relax that shoulder down. Turn towards the heavens and exhale, press. Inhale, receive heavenly chi into the palm. Turn the palm towards the crown and let's exhale and clear the bone marrow. Breathing slowly out as the hand moves down the midline, and think about your whole arm directing chi into the bone marrow. And flushing it out back into the earth where she receives it without harm, and we'll recycle it. Switch sides. Now the right hand palm on the back, lower back. Inhale, the left arm up. Turn palm face up. Exhale, press. Inhale, receive heavenly chi. Turn palm face down and exhale, clear the bone marrow on the opposite side. All the way down to the feet. Switch again. Refreshing. Be sure to relax all the outside areas of your body, but still that midline, navel in and up, chest up and crown up the whole time. Let's do one more time each side. Pushing that tip of the tongue up against the upper palate still. One more time on the left side. Now let's fill up the whole body all the way to the bone marrow with heavenly chi. Both arms move out. It's very similar to the Taurus breath. This time, inhale and hold the arms over your head. Palm facing palm connection. Energy filling up the hands, filling up the arms, all the way down to your shoulders and neck. Relax those shoulders down. Inhale even further. And let's exhale. Move all that pure, blissful energy throughout the whole body, relaxing the whole body completely. Bring palm over your lower dantian. And once again, check back in. To complete, we smooth out our energy field. Bring all that energy back within you and into your aura. Starting with the top of your head, gently pat your head, back of the head, side of the head, and gently down the face. Get the sides of your neck and your throat to your collarbone, and down the side of one arm, up the inside, switch, reach around, get the top of your upper back, shoulders, switch, down one armpit, down one side, other side, down your upper chest, mid to abdomen, mid back to low back, to your glutes, your hips, your groin, down the thighs, backs of your knees, sides and fronts of your knees, down the calves and the shins. Focusing on one foot, get one foot, top of the foot, and bottom of the foot. Other foot, and underneath. Give yourself a little wiggle, just shake it all loose. And let's inhale, bring both arms up. Hands together, bring them down to heart center. Very well done today. Looking forward to showing more forms and getting into all the different meridian lines, clearing those, becoming more aware of the multifaceted energy bodies. Not so much in the physical form, but you can definitely start to feel them. The next lesson I think will be on the elementals, the Chinese 5 elements of wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. And then we'll move on to a bunch of other forms beyond that. Great job today. Look forward to making the next video. Thank you. Namaste.